go back to the usual picks, but this time they have the Shredder, they have a Serpent's Fang Carrier if they really wanted to go for a Karma once again, and you also have the Hullbreaker from Jace because this Kha'Zix will be coming in for Tan.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, but the big problem right now by Team Philippines is the Corki and the Riven has been locked in. So Riven being denied to Nazarea, and the Corki, as we've seen a while ago from Team Vietnam, has shown so much damage in that game. So we'll see if that can be the performance once again. As right now, Rakan will be the last pick by Team Philippines on the first phase picks here for game number 4.
And they are putting a huge emphasis on that Barris who can pop anyone off. You have the Corky, so this is a possible Ziggs or a Karma once again from Vietnam because it worked wonders when they have two AP damagers onto the back line, and this is the playmaking Riven of Taku. So I'm really concerned about Nazarea's champion pick if he's going for a Renekton. I was about to say Renekton, but he is banned, so chances are getting slim. Not unless you wanted to go for a Gwen.
Yeah, and I think that's a clever move coming from Vietnam because you remove the Renekton considering you already have the Riven, and I don't think they're going for a Renekton jungle this time around. So removing the Baron laner for Team Philippines is a much better option for them, especially
Sure, still
considering,
there.
as we keep on talking about, Nazarea is the prodigy. And Garen will be the next ban though, but as you stated, Fiora is still available.
So is this a possible Fiora for Nazarea? Or we're going to secure our carry on a Ziggs or a possible Zoe again?
Could potentially be locked in, be hovered by Team Philippines this time around for their second phase picks. And as you have predicted, Ziggs will be locked in, expectedly onto Dahao.
Yeah, and this time I think it is more consistent as the bouncing bombs, and you also have the Hextech minefields. And and we saw 2 games in a row, Infinity, how Philippines is taking advantage of the sieging power of a Ziggs. There's a Chell. You have the hull breakers from the side lanes. You have Jace on that hull breaker, so it will be a possibility if Philippines wants to go for a Jax.
Yeah, but right
Or
now with Zoe being locked in by Team Vietnam, it's looking scary.
I was about to say Lee Sin, but there's
Mhm.
already Kha'Zix there, so
But you know what? You predicted to the side of Team
yeah.
Vietnam being locked in, right?
I am thirsty to the Lee Sin of Tan, but this time they don't want to go on that way. As what we've mentioned, the Fiora is still out there. They don't need to go for a Jax. This will be Nazarea's Fiora going up against Taku's comfy picks. This is all comfort picks again, Infinity, and I am
Uh huh.
much concerned to Philippines playmaking once again because they are well aware how good Angara on the Trakan, and they might just be ready to how he's going to execute.
hmm Yeah, and I love what I'm seeing, right? As you stated, it's comfortable picks, and from day number 1, we keep on stating that Nazaria on the Fiora is crazy on these two player and champion pickups. So we'll see if that can perform as well here in this game 4. Although the problem that I'm thinking about is the draft of Team Philippines is a little bit more towards the squishier side rather than a little bit more tanky because you have the Rakan, which is not exactly the most defensive capable type of champion. Fiora in the top lane as well. You have the Kha'Zix, you have the Ziggs. So I think when it comes to that aspect, it will be much more easier for Team Vietnam to be able to have that burst damage potential. But the good side in that aspect is that they have so much damage.
Yeah, and with all of those damage, it should be overwhelming onto the side of Team Philippines. But what I'm concerned about is this Zoe. Yes, you
hmm
have the Kha'Zix potential burst from the back line, but the thing is that's what I'm scared about is Genza's and BMM once again, the tandem that they are giving or the vibe of just nuking everyone along the way. That would be easy.
hmm Yeah, definitely something that Team Philippines has to be wary of and has to play cautiously around, especially the TP trouble bubble as well. Like having that potential to start off that fight just because of a single bubble from a Zoe could really just make it a hard place for Team Philippines to maneuver around the map, maneuver around the river, and maneuver around the jungle. So something that we could take note of is this specific player. On top of that as well, they have Lee Sin on Y1. So expect a little bit more of an early game engage coming in from this team to put pressure up against Team Philippines.
Yes, and it will work if they are going still with the same formula that what we saw from the pressure from game 2, the hull breaker, the split push, and it will only work once they nullify Taku's playmaking skills, once they deny Y1's roaming potential. So Philippines, early game is the key to stop Vietnam. But on game 3, we saw when they got the ball, they are the ones who's going to roll.
All right, we'll see whose team is rolling right now for this game number 4 for both sides and for both teams.
And Angara is going to start onto the mid lane as easy as that.
Yeah, and the huge punish up against BMM, that's already good enough from Angara's capabilities showing up here early on. And now that is a force for Akino to roam around and go into the mid lane as well to support on BMM.
And you can see the Winds of War being spent. Good
Zoe, the
block.
next target for Angara. So much damage. Genza is very low, forcing out the flash. Will not secure the first blood just yet. A bit too quickly there, but Team Philippines has been showing so much pressure in the first minute. Not even 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the matchup. The first minute, it's all about not giving any air for Vietnam to breathe in this game.
The habits has been read by Philippines, and we already know from bottom to mid as how the supports roll and make sure to put a lot of pressure. Angara started at mid. They waited for Akeno's rotation and accompanied by Genza after you respect the wave clear of Dahao, and after he cleared the wave, he responded to the river movements. So really good read once again from the Philippines, and cost them 2 summoner spells for Genza. I mean, I understand if he spent the flash, but the ghost just to escape, I'm not sure if that's a good decision.
And the thing is, Zoe is useless at level 1, right? There's no dash right now, though. Before that, we have a fight on the top lane with Akano receiving a lot of damage, and Naslaria as well in the same way. Will not go for an all-in, so no casualties so far. And going back, I mean, level 1 Zoe, no escape, no CP trouble bubble, so that was just a difficult time for Genza.
I'm not sure if they should be aware with this rotation.
Oh, wow!
Okay.
And they weren't. I guess they weren't, right?
I mean, he's baiting out. Akeno is baiting out because we saw already the movement coming in from BMM, but Dahao.
Dragon's Rage onto Dahao, Sonic Wave as well, closing the gap, but the turret damage just so much. Y1 is forced to walk away and retreat, not securing that kill with Dahao, not even using the flash.
And what's good about that, but onto the replay first, you see all of those flashes being spent, and BMM was a bit late onto the party. But did Dao survive? Yes, indeed, using the Mega Inferno Bomb to push away the wave. But yeah, going back to Y1, he was eyeing onto that last Sonic Wave, but the wave is huge for Dahao's side of the tower. But you can see a bit of a glimmer. Void Assault.
And it's
going
ready to
in.
support. Repulse is there. The Sun connect. Rakan following up with a grand entrance. That is no escape for Akeno. And now Philippines has secured their second kill in the game.
They wanted to take down Fiora, but Angara's play, the quickness is stopped. Y1 to eventually go for his huge play. 3 members, once again, they are pressuring, and there's no way that Y1 can answer this. Nazarea overextending.
Wants to defend, double man stun.
Flash key
And now you
burst.
have Y1 as well. Dragon's Rage onto Tan, but jumps in to go back and retreat. And then Gara will fall as he is isolated from the crew. Vietnam will take their first kill in this game.
Oh, this is looking bad. They need to exit. Waves are crashing. 3 versus 2.
You have Taco in the front. Riposte is there, denying a bit of damage coming in from Vietnam. Not enough though, as that is 3 members looking to go kill him.
And they are punished eventually by overstaying. They are not well aware of that ward. Once again, Vietnam bouncing back. It was a good Sonic Wave and a really good Dragon's Rage. You can clearly see here that they are ready to take on the fight. The Dragon's Rage supposedly would be a bowling, but Angara is already close enough. And at this point, it was a good plan for them to crash the wave, and the wave caught on to the tower damage. Just 3 members juggling off.
And right now, with those kills taken by Vietnam, they equalized the gold advantage the Philippines was able to accumulate in the early game. But this is an expectation already that we've set in the draft with the Lee Sin being played by Y1. A lot of early engage could happen.
Yeah. And you can we are onto the objective, but bot side.
Akino going in for the flash and Justice Punch, denying the engage from the Philippines, and Ziggs to finish it up with a Mega Inferno Bomb. So much damage coming across from Team Philippines, and that will secure a kill from Team PH.
Because after that 1 kill, they just bailed out. The Sonic Wave from Y1 procs, the quickness coming in from Angara. They can definitely go for even more, but the discipline play, because they need to respect that their objectives are on. If they lose more members, that will be an easy objective for Vietnam.
Yeah, and this is exactly what the fans want. A very, very close matchup so far. Right now, though, Mountain Drake being started by the Philippines. CP Trouble Bubble onto Angara. Could be a follow-up coming in from Akino, but denying it for the knockback. And right now, the Mountain Drake is already very low. Hero's entrance to secure the deny and the zoning capabilities of this team. But you have Nazarea into the back line. Going in for the flag with that, taking the Mountain Dragon. It is a steal from Team Philippines, and Taku being isolated. Make it a third kill from Team PH.
Returning back the favor. If you want your Fiora, it's time for Nazarea to give their taste on their own medicine. And right now, this is the hull breaker pressure from VIE. So BMM will need more time to stay onto the lane. He will not participate to any of those fights, just to clear some things off. And you can see here, it started the fight that Genza is already running low. That's a fairly bad start from them, because they don't have a consistent damage dealer. Yes, Han died, but they already got the dragon. There's no objective left. Job's done, but they paid the price.
Farm on to Genza with the quickness from Angara. Will secure it very easily and swiftly as well, securing them a 2K gold lead. But there you go, it's Team Philippines once again stealing an objective.
Again and again, they are the ones who's posing a threat to every objective. They are putting the battle to the metal. If this might be another fight.
Drift Herald spawned in the mid lane, just enough for Ziggs to satchel charge and remove that turret away, gaining them the map control.
They are the one who's going to open the mid lane first. They are comfortable. And it's time for Philippines once again to assert their dominance. They are the ones looking for those fights. VIE on his comfort pick, currently deathless, and even Dahao just making sure that he is safe, that he's using the shell to peel for himself, while Angara, with the quickness, looking for Y1 and Genza, even using the portal, he is being quickly bursted down.
Yeah, and they're just their play style in this game is very systematic. 8 minutes into the game, you're seeing a lot of these engages coming in from Angara. The follow-ups is there coming in from Nazarea and Tan. And the surprising thing is 2 objectives being stolen by Tan is just a statement to make here in SEA Games that he is the king of the jungle. Right now, though, the bot lane turret being started by the Philippines, hoping to take it down.
Okay, they respected the possibility of engage when they got the information that Y1 is around, but they got the wards.
Tan jumps in, the Dragon's Rage onto Tan as well with TP trouble bubble, but will not be enough to secure that kill. The follow-up coming in from Genzo with a flash as well onto Tan, but not sufficient enough. The damage is not enough. And you have Vietnam looking for that kill. Wind Slash will not reach the champion of Tan, and while that's happening, we have Nazarea split pushing the top lane.
He is doing his own job. They are pressuring the mid lane as they need to have their own openings to move around the map. But the thing is, it wasn't an unsuccessful execution that kind of cost them a lot and even furthering the advantage of Nazarea.
And denying a lot more jungles. And I think this is happening due to the fact that you don't have a turret in the top lane, you don't have a turret in the mid lane, or well, rather the first turret for Team Vietnam that enables Team Philippines to do these risky plays because of their map control advantage.
Yeah, and you can see onto the map, all outer turrets has been removed. As what you've stated, it will be fairly for them to be more easy, a lot of breathing space for them, or to look for those death brushes control. They also have those deep wards wherein the possible of blocking some escape routes. The Philippines is ready for any threat that they wanted to go against a VIE or Nazarea.
And the vision game from here on out for Team Vietnam will be quite a crucial importance, or play a significant role in this game number 4, because no outer turrets, definitely, as we have VIE who have pushed the bot lane already.
Double hull breaker. Nazarea and VIE already got this, and they are controlling side lanes. We are still waiting for the power spike or bringing in more damage for BMM and Genza, as how effective that we saw from Game 3. Akeno's Galio, he is responding once again to those heroes as entrants, but we are seeing a lot of respect from Philippines. They are not taking those risks anymore. They are playing it safely with the quickness into the grand entrance and then the burst, and then they're just going to bail out before the full cycle of heroes entrance. They are already gone.
The grand entrance into the backside disengages onto Vietnam's attempt for that contest on the Drake. And now it is Akeno who is down. A member advantage for Team Philippines. Genza using the flash over the wall, but VIE is there to play. Nazarea to follow up, comes into fray as well. And Genza cannot run. You can dash, but you will go back. And when you come back, Team Philippines who is waiting.
And yes, this will be a good move coming in from Vietnam, a good objective trade. But how fast they can finish this, because Tan... so
that
close,
was a bit
so
scary.
close. So close indeed, but he is hot on his heels. He wanted to take a kill, but Taco is there. This will be a big CC if ever Tan will be locked down.
Flash coming in from VIE. Out of grand entrance from Angara though to go for the counter engage. VIE going to run away, and that will still be a secured kill for Akeno with Ignite taking him down. But Akeno has overextended. 4-man people waiting to get that kill onto Akeno, and Team Philippines will secure that trade back. Right now, it's a bit of a shuffle on the left quadrant jungle for Vietnam and Team Philippines alike. Y1 is still here, hoping to get that smite in onto the blue buff, but will not be enough.
Yes, and as much as we are looking onto the possibilities of the Baron lane, a huge wave crashed onto the bottom side, but good for BMM to catch it. So no damage overall onto the second tier tower. Everyone right now is on fire. They are not risking anymore, even Vietnam, onto this match point after dealing a good amount of damage on taking down Tan. I mean, VIE with the Ignite and a good Dragon's Rage. They did their own reset. You have the wards here. He is well aware. Crashing the wave. VIE is here to defend this. And you can see Taku and other members, they want to take down Tan.
And this is what we've mentioned a while ago, that vision game will be really, really crucial for Vietnam, especially that they have the map control disadvantage. Right now, the Reptile being spawned on top lane will secure the first turn, and that will be an opening for them to go for the engage. But the Dream-Man quickness and the grand entrance from Angara will go and initiate that fight, but we'll know
onto the flip side.
No follow-up from Team Philippines at that point. Nazarea, as you have stated, in the bottom lane has taken a turret in their favor as well, and that will be the value that they have taken back in that fight.
Shooter for the second turret, and you can see Rampage on Dahao. It is a good start of a fight. He is trying to go for a Dragon Fish for Tan for a bowling piece, but that, oh my goodness, quickness into the grand entrance. Angara, well-deserved on the reason why you need to ban his Rakan again and again. At this point, Vietnam is really having a hard time punching way in to have another ticket to extend this series, because 5-12 onto the scoreboard for 10 minutes. It's not over till it's over, as what Infinity said, but it feels like we are inches in closing in the gold medal for Philippines.
Yeah, especially right now. 8K gold lead already for Team Philippines at the stated game, 15 minutes into the matchup. So much items already built up. You have VIE with a Serpent's Fang as well to deny those shields coming from Taku, from Galio, from Akino, right? So there's a lot of utility tools the Team Philippines will be able to put out, and now Vietnam has to do something like a miracle play, a setup coming from Y1 followed up by Akino is crucial and will be critical for their success if they want to equalize the gold lead.
And the pressure is on. They are trying to invade everything. Everyone wants that piece of cake. They are jumping in, looking for those targets. You can even see the sweeping lens. They want this blind game. Sonic Wave is going to hit. Sleepy Bubble Trouble will be there from them out. But eyes on the prize as they want to further on the pressure onto the second tier tower.
And that's enough to scare the wave, gain the wave prio. And at that point, Philippines is just happy to do so. And right now, the reset's coming in. Remember, the Baron Nashor is alive, so it is really important for everyone to stay up when it comes to the HP and stay updated when it comes to the items.
Package is there. Wu is going to be delivered onto their deaths as 20 seconds. Infernal Drake, but the members of Philippines a bit late on their reset. And this is looking bad, establishing their own death brush.
Oh no. It's a bit difficult. Akino has shown up, but you have VIE left alone standing across every single member of Team Vietnam, and that isolation from Vietnam will gain them the member advantage. However, Angara will set up the play for Tan to follow up. Akino going for the hero's entrance to go for the counter engage, and that will be a kill coming from Team Philippines as Genza will fall down. Dahao in the middle of that fight though, a little bit in danger as the flash will be burned, not enough as Team Vietnam will secure that kill. And now while that's happening, Nazarea is split pushing on the top side as well. So a little bit more pressure coming to the side of Team Vietnam. Grand entrance hoping for that knockup, but will be denied for the knockback as well of Vietnam lineup. Y1 a little bit low, hoping for that kill. Tan jumps over the wall to escape that fight and will leave Angara standing in the jungle. Infernal Drake will be initiated once again by Vietnam.
He got the Void Assault. He was able to escape, and here comes the Teleport Infinity. They still got it? No way.
200 HP remaining for that Infernal Drake. Almost has taken it down, but Tan still able to make that outplay happen and take the kill for himself.
BMM, he saved the dragon. I believe that was a missile, but Infernal Drake onto Vietnam. 2 dragons still onto the Philippines, and they are eyeing onto the Baron because there is no jungler, no Y1. There's no anyone that can stop them.
Yeah, and
you can see here
that fight.
I mean, Aaron is already out, so it's fairly hard for them to put a really good amount of damage because Taha would be a juicy target. with that perfect Dragon's Rage, it was easy for them to execute, but they are executing Infinity!
Yeah, they're just diving into the turret. This is the confidence of Team Philippines. They have so much gold.
They got
and
the
on top of
Baron.
that, securing the inhib turret in the top lane is already good enough. But the Baron Nashor in their favor as well. Two
Game ender.
super minion waves is pushing down in top lane. The Nexus is open, and this is Team Philippines' signal to be able to push it down. 3 members, the only one left standing to defend that Nexus from the top lane push. However, Team Philippines is playing a bit more safe. They want to push down the mid lane, and this is the perseverance that they have shown. The power of the Philippines is being put across to Southeast Asia. The Pearl of the Orient has shown their light across the... And your 32nd SEA Games Wadrift gold medalist is Philippines.
Pilipinas victorious. A year of redemption. They may have failed from last year, but this time backed up by Vansu, a League of Legends coach. PC that went on to SEA Games as well. PG, a League of Legends veteran from LoL PC, went to World.